Welcome. This is a previously untold, unsung, and unheard of story of 5 teenagers about to be thrown into the lives of heroes. Will they take the path of evil, or will they take the path of good? Only the dice know. The fate and fortune of our adventurers rests in the hands of a D20 roll. This is Dice Tell the Story, a live-action D&D podcast. Please enjoy.
Fun fact.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna do a whole bit.
Hold on, time. Dakota, set yourself up for your mic. Because it looks like you moved it. Did you move your mic?
No, I moved myself.
Sorry.
Dakota
You moved yourself. Are we doing fun fact?
Yeah.
Fun fact for Zach, for Rashik. Rashik is not taking Lulu. What's her name again? Lou.
Wow. Rashik remembers. Zach does not.
That's not taking it too well. Inside, he is a tempest storm, ready to burst. He is fire, ready to incinerate everything around him.
He became a very toxic individual.
And who wants to go next?
Robin goes next.
Okay, fun fact about Robin is she loves to read books, and she's a little jealous that Zach got to go to the library, or Rashik got to go to the library in the world that she didn't, even though Ophelia is illiterate, which is super ironic.
Okay.
Russell is not good at cooking, which is the opposite of Dakota, because pretty much almost done with culinary school.
Okay.
Asner loves to cook and bake. He prefers baking, which is the opposite of Ryan, because Ryan hates baking.
So we all have characters that are polar opposites.
It's your polar opposite. Makes sense. Jonathan.
Homer.
Everyone stare.
Come with them now.
Jonathan has an imp in the game, and I don't think he has one in real life.
No,
Done.
just the
Polar
Chloe.
opposite.
Chloe's kind of an imp.
You
You
gotta
can hear
tell
her
him to
painting
play.
in the background sometimes.
It's true.
She controls your soul.
Evil force.
No, like Homer. Is he like missing home, or is there something special?
Haunted by the ghost of Cain.
Oh.
He sees Kane everywhere he goes. Somewhere on the back in the back counter as you guys are inside.
Motivated to find
There's
those
a chicken
chickens.
right
For Cain.
Fun fact for me, I am just really happy to play Dungeons & Dragons with my family.
Wow. How cheesy.
So let's do a recap.
So, we had breakfast.
Oh
And
boy.
Asner was an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Asner had no eggs.
Got in a fight with the waiter.
Well-
Probably has spit and
Which
other
is-
things in his food.
So you were not misplaced anger. There we go.
We had
Also, not like Ryan at all, because Ryan is
Right.
very much excuses everything at a restaurant. Which is weird.
so we had we fell asleep. We went to sleep,
We did go to sleep.
and we all had some type of nightmare. We all saw something that was individual to us. I know that Rashik, he goes to the library, talks and tells a story to some of the guards. Food. Anger. Now is jealous of his personality's changed. The Eldrin.
Yeah, Russell's personality changed because of the season.
So is he a totally different person now? Is it like a split
Yeah,
personality?
explain how that
type of thing?
works.
Have Dakota explain it to all the listeners, but PC wise, characters have no idea. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so Eldrins in different seasons, their personality changes just because that's how their race is. And for the summer, I chose that Russell would be very...
He said jealous.
No, it's...
That's what you
it's
said.
Envious, that's the word.
Okay.
Where
Okay.
basically he's jealous of what other people have. Yeah, he is very...
You guys accidentally, I love Dungeons and Dragons because when the DM says something, the players turn it around. So you guys basically have a side quest to find what happened to the chickens in the chicken coop. It was pretty mellow last week. It wasn't too bad. I will pick it up with
Oh
Go ahead.
We left off on a penis tree.
no! Well, we were.
Yeah,
we were
my cousin.
I was getting handed the book about
Yes,
demons.
And we also left off on cranberries.
Right, you were eating a cranberry.
Right in front of
Asner.
Asner, who loves cranberries.
And I said that my porridge had some cranberries.
A cranberry.
I
It had.
was lying.
Okay, give me a deception check. Okay, Dakota. Okay,
4.
4 insight.
So it'd be a 5.
I don't think I even have to roll.
Oh, well, you could roll a 1.
Now, even if I roll
because
a 1,
you're
I'm at a
proficient?
+5.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Nah,
why
you're
not?
fine.
I'm kidding.
20.
20? You know he's lying. He is chewing, and you can smell the cranberry, and you don't see any others, but back to the library. I'll let you simmer on that for a minute. The book gets handed to you, and it's a very old codex of demons, and it goes into the history of the 9 hells, and it goes between, and then it dips into the demons and devils, and how there's always a war between them, and the war is very mute, as in a sense, because they keep it down in the 9 hells in that plane. And it goes over each layer of who runs each layer of the hells, and then it gets to the very last one, and it tells you the king of all the layers, who runs it. And it's super captivating, as in a sense. Bits and pieces, you start to see entries that are like sidebars about what you would know as, because you know the name of the Dragon Riders, and how they actually stopped the demons. Something about a contagion, and it just stops it there. It doesn't go into much, and it says, if you want to know more, just ask. And you get to the end of it. So
I want to know more.
So then you wait around for about 20 minutes after you're done reading, and you're just pondering all the information. You're starting getting that very lightheaded feeling as you're soaking in all this information. You have no nourishments to go with it. You can dip into your rations if you did.
I used them to.
No, you didn't have to. You could just, where to go. The streets pretty much line up. You dip into your rations and you start to ponder, and you get that sense of alone. Like you're very alone now. You don't have Lou anymore, and you don't know if you can even trust the party you're with because how they've treated you in the past. Yeah, they were there to keep you from dying time and time again, or protecting you from dangers. But you just can't get that vision of that vast area of your. You know it wasn't your dad, but it's just how they were able to use everything against you.
Yeah.
So roughly about 10 minutes or so go by, and you're
I look around. Who's making that noise?
is there anything else that you'd like to?
So hold on, recap. So I learned about the 9 hells. I learned about devils and demons. Did I learn about the demon lords? Do I know anything about demon lords?
Not too much about them. No. They just the simple stuff like the names of them and.
Does it talk about how demons are made or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope. That's very far in between. It takes someone to either study it and put it in here,
So
which
basically
is
a specialist on like demonology and whatnot. What about did I learn anything like what did I learn about the devils? Do I know that about like soul? Did it talk about like souls and being transformed into devils? I'm just.
Not from that book, no, because this is just what people.
Okay.
Yep.
So
This is a basic 101.
It's just
It's a
you would have
synopsis.
anything else.
Deities, other types of deities.
The gods of Altaria.
Well, so this is what's happened. I made a I don't know, maybe you could help me. I don't know. I made a deal with something, and I don't know who I made a deal with or what I made a deal with.
Know what you made a deal like? Who
No,
they
I
look
just said
like?
I don't know what I made a deal with. Last thing let me tell you my story. You got some time? How much time do you have?
Not really. We are very busy now. Now it's pushing because roughly about 2 hours go by, and you quickly take surveillance around as he's like, "We are very busy." You can see people are walking in and out. There's more librarians.
Let me just tell you about the dream I had.
Okay, and cut as you're telling.
Yep.
Back to the tavern.
Oh, that's you guys.
What do you mean cranberries?
There was cranberries in my porridge.
Where's the waiter at?
You see him. The bar's starting to fill up with morning people.
Find the waiter. I walk up to the waiter.
Asner, leave the waiter alone. Let's go check out the chicken coop.
How far am I?
Busy enough.
You see his back's turned towards you, and it's roughly about 10 feet away. As Homer is.
How far am I through my steak?
You guys are done eating. You guys are nibbling, drinking.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the knife and I'm gonna like shove it into the table. Like
Okay.
try and get it decently in there, and then I'll go to the back.
You look up the bartender. He looks at you and just shakes his head. Doesn't give a crap. But you get up and go.
I'm gonna go to the chicken coop.
Okay. Who's going with?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
I'll follow just because I want to see if drama happens.
Okay. Are you carrying... Drinks were refilled for free, so...
Oh yeah, she's totally carrying her.
Okay, you're tankered? Sure.
I'll carry my pitcher.
I'm gonna stay at the table.
All right.
I don't care about the chicken coop.
As you three get into the back of the chicken coop, go ahead and give me an investigation. During that time, as they leave, Russell, you're sitting at the table. A familiar face sits down. Hey, Russell, it's Betty. Nice seeing you here. Hey, girls, look, it's Russell. We thought you guys are dead.
No.
Oh.
Takes a lot to kill
Where
me.
is Holmir?
Oh. He's outside in the chicken coop.
I
Get
like
jealous.
him.
Get super jealous. Do it. Do it. Do it. You're supposed to be a jealous character right now.
Yeah.
Why are you looking for home there?
Anyways,
Why are you gonna? What's wrong with me? Huh? Come on, Dakota. You have to get
half-orcs.
petty and jealous.
as
I
you're having a
know.
conversation
Robin knows
with
exactly
I
how
know,
to be
I got
jealous.
basically with the
I'll train you.
I'm having a brain fart. The devils. The
Dakota is not a jealous
give me a
person.
hold,
know,
please.
it's
I gotta
gonna
go
be
to my
for it.
tab. No,
Robin's a
well,
half-orc.
Robin's a half orc. Betty is a
Betty's
half
a
orc.
halfling. Then you also have Violet, that's an elf. Then you also have the one girl that Ophelia made out with.
Yeah, I have to.
Was it the Violet was the one that you were trying to get with? In
Giant's
the beginning?
back.
Nah.
Clouds of
Which
one was
Terror.
it?
I couldn't do anything about it.
hands
It was
out.
the girl that Ophelia got with.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was trying to get with the girl.
Violet, Betty, Robin. There's Hannah, Violet, Betty,
yeah, that's
Dee,
the name.
and yeah. Okay.
Anyways.
So yeah, you're sitting with the Flaming Devils, and they look fresh. They got a couple of scars. They look like they've been through a little bit, but they are fresh. They sit down and they quickly get a lot of food ordered. And what did you guys roll for your investigation at the chicken coop?
13.
19.
12.
12. As a group and collective, you guys start to look at the hinge and the door and stuff. It doesn't look broken, but you start to look at the chicken wire-ish mesh. It looks like something. It looks like something cut. So think of like a pair of snips cutting through the mesh. It looks like it was cut, and it's small. It's not very large. It's almost the size of a gnome. And with a 19, you find a very small black feather. Okay. And that roughly takes you guys probably about 15, 20 minutes looking through. And there's no chickens. There's no eggs.
Have you seen any tracks?
The tracks that you do see, it looks like a bunch of hens, the three claws looking around, and it looks like they walked out in a scent with that. It's weird. Some of them are bigger than others. Like it looks like it just leads off from the dirt into the cobblestone and then disappear. Okay. To the library.
Library.
Yeah.
And so I had this.
So
I don't know what's going. I don't know what it is. Do you have any
Well,
idea what that is?
to be fair, without having a description of the entity that you saw, all we can do is none of the demons or devils in the book that you just checked out ring a bell.
I mean,
Do you remember anything of what you've seen, voices?
well, there's a brimstone air to it, some ash. I remember tasting it.
So it sounds.
I don't know what.
Definitely sounds like hell.
Right, yeah. Oh, it does.
Well, yeah, that's.
Do you have any more information? Any other books? This is the only one that you have
Well,
on.
no, this is the only copy
Do
that.
you have any? Is there a specialist nearby? I mean, any information I can get off of this. But I also would like to learn a little bit about just deities in general. I really don't want to go to the church.
I can definitely get that codex about the deities.
Yeah,
What deity are you looking? Just in deities and greatness,
Yeah,
or
just in general.
I will. It's several books.
Can I
It's
get-
10 books, I believe. I have to check our records about the deities.
yeah.
Do it by alignment.
I'll do it by alignment.
I'm gonna kill you, Dakota. Okay, so that is gonna be 60 gold pieces. Or
Wait.
silver pieces, I'm sorry.
For all of them?
How about you cut me a deal? I've been here for a while. I got 59 gold. Is what I have currently.
Oh, you'll be
Or
fine.
not gold, 59 silver. Is what I have currently.
That's all you have left.
That's what I have right now. Yes.
And that's the books you want to check out.
And those are the books that I want to check out.
Do you want to prioritize or anything? Anything you want to know about past history of deities? Maybe we can cut this down to a couple.
I do. Okay. Do you want to learn about? All right. Okay. So previous campaign. What was his name? That Morden.
Okay.
Morden.
All right.
Morden.
That helps. That's
Yeah.
definitely a book. That's a codex. I can grab that one.
Okay.
That's 3.
I want to learn about Morden and the Dragon Riders, man. Have you heard of these guys before?
Yeah, we have that. We know that codex very well. It's very prized. That, unfortunately, is going to be 10 silver pieces for us to get. We have to break the magic bond that holds it.
Okay, so
it costs materials to reset the bond. That's why we charge so much.
Understandable.
Right.
Dragon Riders.
Okay.
Morden.
Perfect. So I'll cut you a deal and just charge you for the Dragon Riders Codex. The Codex of the Ancient Riders is what we call it. All right.
How much silver again?
Just 10. And it takes about an hour for him to come back. But during that time, what are you doing with the Flaming Devils? And they're talking about their past adventures and jobs that they've took. And, they're like, Betty, hey, do you want anything? It's on us.
Oh,
and she pulls out a coin purse, and it's full. Jink.
Holy crap! Must be nice.
Yeah, the White Cap Keep. They're really taking care of us. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, nice.
Queen Thea. Shit, I can never say her name right. Queen Thea. She's really nice. I like her a lot.
Nice.
Yeah. What have you guys done?
We got a house.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Killed any cool monsters?
Yeah, we took out a...
We killed a basilisk.
I don't know what that is.
It's a giant lizard.
Yeah. We killed a troll.
Huh.
Like a big giant cave troll.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you guys get along pretty well? You know what? Why don't you tell me about Asner? He's a big, strong man.
Why do you want to know about Asner?
I don't know. He just seems more interesting.
Oh. Well, he's kind of an asshole.
What about Holmir?
Oh, Holmir? Total sweetie pie.
Are you hitting on my man?
No.
I will kick your ass, puny boy.
No, he's a really nice guy. He's pretty funny sometimes.
Right. I like Holmir.
Yeah, I think you will.
I want to cuddle with Holmir.
I heard he's a big spoon.
He could be my big spoon. So you guys have a decent conversation, goes over past history and stuff, and it sounds like they're making a name for themselves or some sort of that nature. It's all females. So what do you guys want to do outside the chicken coop? You guys do lose the trail with the 19, pretty good with a group collective. It looks like it stops at the cobblestones.
Chickens most likely left willingly, which is strange.
They're a Pied Piper of chickens. Have you heard of this magic? You're really proficient in chicken. Should you know where they go?
Yeah, for that magic chicken controlling.
Wait, I have a magic chicken bone still. Oh, holy chicken bone. Where did all the other chickens go? It must be broken. It's a little slow today. I'm going to shake it. Oh, holy chicken bone. Where did all the other chickens go?
To the place where the chickens go.
That's not helpful.
The butchery.
Well, I do like to eat chicken, so okay. Guys, I'm afraid this is a lost cause because I'm pretty sure the chicken's been slaughtered, so we can eat them.
But they make eggs. And isn't very good meat.
I'm just telling you where the bone said they went. They went to the slaughterhouse.
Well, this bone is wrong.
Let's
I want
go.
eggs.
Well, you can go check the slaughterhouse. Maybe they're hanging up in there. She goes.
Ashner's gonna go back into the bar.
Okay. So you go into the bar and you see Russell sitting around familiar faces. The flaming.
Eisner is gonna see Russell and all the girls she's surrounded with. He's gonna go, and then he's gonna see Betty, and he's just gonna laugh to himself a little bit, and he's gonna go up to the bartender.
Nope, they don't see you at all. I rolled a 3 and a 1. They're storytelling and whatnot.
They're bragging.
Yeah.
They're bragging.
They're
about
super
their
braggy.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome,
adventures.
and they tell you about an adventure that they or a job that they picked up from Whitecap, where way north. Asner, give me a perception check. see if you can hear what they say. So they're telling you about Swordbreak and how they need to. They're going up there because there's a job put out to clear out one of the mines of ores, and you didn't hear anything. So yeah, stuff of that nature. You really don't care. You take mental note of it, sure, but they're super excited because it's going to pay really well, and they don't hide anything. It's really going to pay. It's going to pay out 500 platinum for this because the travel and the expense and how big the cave is, and yeah.
Let's kill them.
So I split the quest.
Do you go back in, Homer?
I'm gonna ritually cast Tech Magic.
Okay.
See if the feather's magic.
There is a hint of magic coming off of the feather. Maybe of it's. Give me an Arcana check. Go ahead.
Ooh, 24.
It sounds. So with the Arcana, with that you detect ritually casting. So you take 10 minutes outside next to the chicken coop. Asner, during that time, you're bored. I'm talking
to the bartender. I'm gonna see. Did he have his chickens tagged?
No, then they wouldn't have them tagged. No. So after about 10 minutes, you get a sense that maybe a spell of silence or something for whoever owns this feather was to move around to steal the chickens, so they wouldn't, cackle or cluck or anything of that nature. So you do get that. So they didn't walk away, they were taking away. But yeah, and during that time, Ophelia, 10 minutes, you see him kneel down. He's whole million kneel down. You see Asner walk inside. You.
She just stands back with her arms crossed to see how this unfolds.
Okay.
She has a chicken bone ready.
Do you go inside or stay outside?
She stays outside.
Okay. Homer.
So just like a chicken feather or like a...
Give me a nature.
Uh-oh.
After he tells him that the feather is, or the chickens aren't tagged, Asner's gonna go sit at a table by himself.
Okay.
And he's gonna start ritual casting augury.
I think so.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna ritual cast augury.
Okay.
Ophelia would like to do a nature check.
Yeah, go ask her. She knows anything.
Yes, I know all about feathers.
Oh, okay.
What'd you roll?
A 19.
Plus.
Oh no, that is 17 plus 2, so 19.
Oh, so 19. Okay, so this is.
She smells it. She puts it up in the air.
It looks almost like a crow feather, but it's larger than a normal crow feather, and that's all you get from a 19 because you've never seen this race before.
It looks like a crow, but not a crow. It's bigger than a regular crow.
Has hints of magic on it.
Definitely big.
Giant magic crow.
That'd be interesting. Giant magic crow. Ophelia's staring up at this guy now, looking for it.
Crow feather.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's gonna keep it. She tucks it in her hair. It's gotta be magical now.
Sure.
He said it was magic.
Oh boy, we have Dumbo. During that,
Get to fly.
give me a perception check, Russell, to see if you see Asner sit down by himself.
22.
Yeah, you see him sit down by himself, and his eyes glaze over. He closes them finally and starts casting something. The conversation ends with the flaming devils, and hey, if you guys ever need something, we'll see you at the message board. We get some jobs here. We kind of keep it secret here, for instance, we're from Whitecap, but stop by Whitecap every now and then.
Yeah, we'll think about
Yeah.
it. We also took down a maw demon, so I guess that's pretty cool too.
I don't know what that is.
It's a big demon with like a mouth.
We got to sell across the ocean.
Oh, that's cool.
To the other side, yeah. That was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
totally.
Yeah, there's another. I guess there's almost a tree like this one over there.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Asner's over there, Betty.
Inside check.
Where? Who? What?
Yeah.
Asner's over there?
Yeah.
Oh, where? So you point her out?
Yeah.
She's like, cool. She hops down. She slaps on the face. Thanks, sweetie.
Don't touch.
Hey. You just finished your ritual. I'll let you have that one.
All right.
Ryan's like, shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
Fuck me.
So, how's it going?
Oh. Hi.
Hi. Do you remember me?
Kind of. Didn't you like Russell?
Yeah, but I'm moving on. I need bigger and better things.
Fair enough.
She's stroking your trunk.
Yes, she is. She's attempting to stroke your trunk.
I let it happen. He's awkwarded it out.
She has very soft, delicate hands. So I heard you have a house.
I do.
Gold digger.
So
Red flag.
so we're leaving here in a couple hours. You want to go back to your place?
We're actually on a quest at the moment, and I need to find a lot of things.
What quest are you guys looking at?
Well, so we're looking for the Prince of the World.
Ah.
Yeah. So there's that.
She looks like she's gonna insight check you. 17. Yeah, she. Go for it.
Fucking dirty bastard. Fucking piece of shit. I'm only half lying. 11.
Prince of the World. Are you talking about a deity or?
Well, it's kind of like. Well, I guess it's the prince of this place's world, I guess is how you put it. But the prince is missing, and then this place doesn't have any fucking eggs. Where the?
You know what? It's okay, Asner. You're big and beautiful. You can be dumb. That's okay. You don't need to talk anymore. And cut to the library. So after about an hour, the codex of oh shit,
The Ancient Writers.
no, the other one.
The Ancient Writers.
Morden.
Yeah, Moradin. So the deity of Moradin comes out, and it's it almost looks stone-like, right?
This is within the hour that he's searching for the other one, right?
This is in the same time, yeah. He comes out with one, and he's... So... I don't have the other one. Here's your money back.
Wait, what?
And he drops off the Codex of Moradin and walks away. And you can see...
Hold on.
You quickly look around, and it's... high, like you can see a lot of commotions going on, and it doesn't... The calm nature of the library is not calm anymore. Like, they're trying to keep it under wraps, but... There's a lot of whispers, and work and production have stopped within filing and getting books out for other people, and yeah.
So the I guess I'm gonna read the Moradin book.
It's the dwarves. This is their deity. This is who they respect. He is the master of stone cutting and work of the forge. And it has a most recent one of across the world, on the other side of the world, on the continent, of a group of adventurers finding another forge over there, which is important. And it goes into, before that one, it goes into how they found a forge, or not a forge, they found an area where they could build a forge to harness the magic or the arcane line, basically, into this forge and possibly create weapons to do good, because dwarves they want to protect what's theirs and only theirs and keep everything safe. And so they actually harness this forge, and this forge is very sought after, and you see a picture of it, and it rings that bell of like, oh shit, I've seen that down in that cave system, and now it's gone. And it goes how if it falls, any piece of this falls into the wrong hand, like it's impossible. They're not 100% sure what it can do, but they speculate that it could open up dimensions, it could change the fate of the world, it could add properties to items or humans or humanoids, or it could enhance abilities. They just don't know. But other than that, it just goes into detail of forges and how Moradin was this is what they respect. Yeah.
Okay, I got a quick question for the group, if they remember. What was the group called? The Asner Syndicate. The
Asner Syndicate, yeah.
Did they have any type of like tattoo or anything like that?
Just that symbol of the chain and whip with the skull.
Chain and whip.
They all, yeah, on garments. It's always there. It's like it's branded. It's they.
Is it always on their garments, or is it
like
tattooed?
No tattoos.
No tattoos.
No, it's just on their garments. As far as we.
Right. I'm gonna go look out for someone to help me. I have a couple more things I want to look up. I know that they're having this crisis right now, but
okay. You do bump into the older halfling. What can I do for you? We are.
I know. I have.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna things later. So, do you have anything on the symbol with the whip? What does it look like, guys? Again, asking the group again.
Whips and chains.
Whips and chains with a skull. I kind of quickly draw it out and be like, "This is."
So he strokes his long, frail beard, and it's
DM
long.
is stroking his long beard right now as he's describing this.
What?
You're touching your beard as you were.
No, I was not. I was just giving that. Anyways, as you look into his
adorable.
old eyes, they're very blue. Like it's that very sky blue, and he looks humble, and he starts thinking, and he's pondering. I don't think I have that book here. I don't know of.
Insight check.
Go for it.
And perception at the same time as I'm looking up and down. I'm looking to see if I can see that symbol anywhere.
Okay.
Now I'm getting suspicious. This is an inside job. Perception check. 13. Insight. 11. Add my modifiers, which they both have perception and insight. Okay, what did I say? 11 for the insight. 11. Insight is 19. Perception's 18.
Okay. And perception, you see it's the same garment, so you see walking around robes with the tree on it. You see a couple of random people, reading books, and you don't see the symbol of the Azure Syndicate anywhere. And insight check, you stare in his eyes, and he stares right back at you, not diverting his gaze or anything like that. He is definitely telling the truth. You can see worry.
So I'm thinking. So this is what's going on. I think it's the Azure Syndicate. They broke in. They stole this book. Look for anybody that had a skull and chains on
Book
the
of the Codex of the Writers.
Yeah, because we were at a.
You are the one that wanted to check them out.
Correct.
He looks around. He's like, "Come with me.
All right, I follow.
We're going to my office."
Whoa.
And cut.
Let me tell you a story.
So the Flaming Devils finally get up, and then Betty. So are we doing this or what, Asner?
Like I said, I'm kind of maybe
All
another
right, well,
time.
It's
maybe
fine.
Another
I'll
time.
just move on to the next biggest thing. So she strokes your trunk nice and softly, and she's like, "Here's the gold piece on me." And you see her coin purse, and it's heavy.
Fuck that.
And they get up and they walk out.
Hold on, wait. What's the rest of the group look like? Because I know there's Robin.
Okay, so yeah, Hannah, she's the one that got with
Ophelia.
No, Violet's the one that got with Ophelia, right? I believe so.
No, it was Hannah.
It was Hannah. That was Hannah. I would have to really pull up my notes for that. Let's go way back. So Hannah, she's black hair, elvish ears, very fair skin, tall. She brandishes like a staff of some sort on her back, and it has a little gem on it. Violet, reddish hair, shortish. She's got a little bit of stubble on her face. It's weird. She doesn't care, but she has two long swords on her back. She's dressed in a very. Their armor is very precise. It has a flaming devil on the front of their chest plate. The ones that do wear armor or a necklace of some sort. Betty, super cute halfling, blonde hair, blue eyes, cute little ears. She wears leathers, tight leathers, shows her figure really well. Dee, poofy black hair, very curly. She looks almost Eldrin, but you're not 100% sure. Like she looks like her hair is too poofy to really make out all of her features. Tattoos all over her face. And then Robin, a very soft-skinned half-orc, very muscular. Looks like she doesn't play any jokes.
Wait, you said Dee has tattoos on her face? Okay.
Yep. And they all. And Hannah would be the tallest, followed by Dee. Hannah is roughly about 5'10". Dee is 5'10" and a half ish, really close. The shortest would be Betty. She's short, so.
Do you want to see our house?
Who are you asking?
Their group.
And they look at you like, they look at Betty. No, we're good.
Okay.
I really wanted to take your friend to bed, but meh.
Yeah, he's just lost his.
Where is
sleep.
Holmir?
Oh, Holmir's outside.
Oh, Holmir! She goes to the front door. She didn't. What are you doing as they leave the table?
What were
Asner.
the results of my augury spell?
What did you want to know?
Trying to figure out specific course of action. If going to the lower district will have what kind of results it will bring.
So you sit there and you focus on the ritual, and you get a sense of warmth. Like you explain your task to Kazeth, and you get a sense of warmth. But then at the same time, you also get a message in your head and hold Holmir and Ophelia. You guys are outside. You're discussing. Hey, as you guys are looking up.
Yeah, looking for that giant crow in the sky.
Yep.
She's searching. Perception check.
Sure.
6.
You don't see any. There's a couple birds, but there's no crows.
I don't see any crows.
Some seagulls.
I don't see anything. I see a
Hiding
seagull.
with the chickens somewhere.
Oh, that's a good point. The crow probably stole the chickens. It's starting a chicken cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds accurate.
Sounds about right. Those chickens are
Knew those
untrusty.
birds are gonna start a revolution.
Shifty birds.
Oh shit! It's Attack of the Birds. What movie is that?
Oh, holy crow feather.
Birds. Yeah.
Oh, magic crow feather. Which way did the chickens go? And she's like waving it around.
For the first time, your M's like, I don't know.
I'm not getting any answers. This way must
Start
be
a
broken.
revolution.
She shakes it. They're coming to get us. They're starting a revolution. We have to go. And she runs inside. The chickens are coming. The chickens are coming.
So the bar starts to. They look. Everyone stops what they're doing and looks at you. And at that moment, you see the Flaming Devils. Homer, you see the Flaming Devils walking out. Do you guys want to do anything or just let them go? Yep. You kind of slink back into like the shadow side of the door. You see Hannah. She's leaving.
Hannah.
Do you say it that softly?
Yeah.
Like you're like, it was good one time,
And
but
she's looking around to see if Cecilia is anywhere.
no.
Okay.
Hannah's walking out with Cecilia.
Damn it. No.
Hannah! Hannah!
She turns around. Hey,
Hi!
I gotta go.
Oh.
Sorry. We have a job.
Oh. Where's your job? Can I come along?
Far, far north.
I'll come with. I've missed you.
That's fine. No, you can't come with. It's a us group only.
Oh. I'm in the wrong group.
So she
Save
starts
me.
she starts walking towards it. She's like, that was pretty good we had.
Save me. I'm surrounded
You're still
by
with
boys.
you're still with Asner and
Yeah, I need girls in my life. And she starts crying.
oh, I know where you live. Ish.
No, you don't.
Don't you live here? You have a
How
house.
do you know that?
They said you have a house.
Who said that?
The boys.
Oh, they don't know what they're talking about.
You don't have a house?
We have one, but I don't think we can afford it. So that
sucks.
There's not even a shower. And she burst into tears.
Yeah, you kind of smell.
I know.
You know there's a bathhouse.
I know.
Can't you buy?
I don't know.
Here's 2 gold. It should get you cleaned up.
Okay, you coming with me?
No, I have to go.
Fine.
We were just stopping in before we head north.
Okay.
We just got off the ocean.
I'm jealous.
We met Captain Scarlet. She's amazing.
I want to go with you.
I gotta go. Sorry, they're leaving me.
Okay.
If you see Homer, tell him that Robin.
Oh, he's right there.
Where?
By the door.
Give me a stealth. Give me a hide a stealth. And perception.
He's like, fuck, I wish I could cast invisibility on myself.
Perception with
14.
What is it?
14.
Okay.
11.
11. You look, and she's like, oh. And she looks. So your face is like, ah. Is it like big eyed and like
around the corner
and frightened? You know what? We don't have time for this, but I know you guys are here now, so we'll be back.
Okay.
If not, you know where to find us. Swordback. Or Swordbreak, sorry, I get confused.
Okay.
Way north. Super north.
It's cold up north. She shivers.
I guess it's weird up there because, like, the climate's different between the mountain ranges.
Okay.
Alright, well. And she gives you a kiss and leaves.
Okay.
Yep.
Did I hear that conversation?
With all the hubbub, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Hullabaloo. God damn.
Nothing will roll well. 14.
14? Nah, you heard back or break, but nothing.
Okay.
You heard up north and break, but you couldn't make out the first part of it.
Okay.
So yeah, see break something. So as you guys are getting back together at your table and stuff, you guys can discuss. But we're gonna cut back to the library. As you step into this office is immaculate. There is wall-to-wall books of beautiful tomes, inlaid. Some of them inlaid with gold, some of them inlaid with silver. Even it looks like as you start scrolling over some of the titles as you're just walking, it looks like they heighten themselves so that way you can see it clearly. Would you like anything to drink before I go into what I have to tell you?
Nope, I got my water right here.
No tea? And he's like, I'll get a spot of tea. And he claps his hands and mumbles a little bit of incantation and a whole tea kettle and stuff. materializes on this large tree stump, basically table. It's been sanded down. You can see the grains, and it's captivating. And almost you can stare at it for hours and lose yourself into these grains of wood. And he sits down. And he's like, "Have a sit, Rashik. So you were asking about the Codex of the Writers, and we haven't had anyone ask about that for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Why?"
I'm one of them. I'm a writer.
Huh.
Not yet officially a writer, but I bear the mark.
My father and his dad were alive during that time. Well, yeah, alive during that time. What do you want to know? Stories have been passed down, but...
Everything.
So then he goes into what he knows. He knows that there was 12 of them. 6 of them disappeared. They don't know how or why. But they do know that they reappeared to cause a great contagion.
I like this like Spanish guitar that's playing right now.
The last human city... I'm just going to kind of get through this without the voice. So he goes into detail about the last human city of Panshaw, which is it's roughly about 75 miles or so in a mountain range. On basically, the humans built this to be surrounded by mountains, but there was a vast lake that fed into Istroia, which they call the Heart Pool, which led into Veda, which drained out into the sea of the BP coastline area. So he goes into detail how a great contagion happened in Panshaw, and the human race was being easily corrupted by these entities, these demons of some sort. They're not 100% sure. Like it's very vague for him because it's been many years. But it goes into how the Dragon Riders had to give themselves to basically transport or teleport the city plus the people in it to Mount Celestial. And you heard that before. And about how a great deity took the city of humans under his wings to help them become more one with nature and be able not to be so corrupted so easily.
What's the deity?
Don't know. He doesn't know. He just knows wings. That's it. And how even Mount Celestial, the angels of Mount Celestial, the 7 angels have helped time and time again of the human race, but just was not able to help them understand the importance of being more of a race to the world than to themselves, because they're easily corrupted. And it was a great war that happened across the ocean on a continent that he does know, of Varmed. Oh, yep, that's one. On Varmed. And the great battle that happened was on Weepford, which is very desolate now. Very tall gas pockets of plants. Like, have you guys ever watched Titan AE? I mean, I'm going way back.
Oh, the one with the cartoon?
It's the best fucking movie in my life.
Okay.
So Titan. Yeah. So when they're flying through that planet with the big gas pocket stalks and like it's the very domish, it's that whole thing. Like it's very dangerous to be there, regardless, because anything happens, you explode. It's basically an atom bomb that goes off over there. You can mentally take a note of that, but he tells you that's where the Great War happened, because for some reason that area of that side of the world, that continent is very housed towards evil and creatures that have evil. And he looks a little off-putted when he brings in the Tree of Heavens, and he gives you a detail that there's not just one of them. He knows of 3. There should be 4, but he knows of 3.
Of similar
trees that are able to keep the balance of Atera in order. He knows of one off the coast the continent of Ithaca, but the wood elves, the high elves, and the elves all conjugated there, and that's where they live, to protect that. Also, he goes into detail of that continent of the Giant's Graveyard, which he's never visited, but he's heard stories of. This is where it's said that the Dragon Riders may have died. That he doesn't know. Just rumors. It's all rumors. The third tree, somewhere, a floating island, not 100% sure. It's constantly moving. It takes a great sailor or a pirate with the know-how to travel the seas to even come across this. But other than that,
Giant's Graveyard?
No, the third tree.
And there's no location or name.
He doesn't know.
Lost at sea. Gotcha.
Yep. He does tell you that his great-grandfather, and there was talk of one last dragon rider. He was last of his kind, and this is only passed down through either storytelling and maybe slight sightings of him. Martin Broadcloak, which rings a bell. You heard that from Mr. Vague.
Right.
Roughly about 674 years old at that time. He had his own dragon, but disappeared. Not 100% sure. He said, yeah, that's what he goes into. And that takes about an hour and a half to go through.
All of that.
Yeah. And you do dip into the tea. It's very soothing, warm, very delicious tea. A little bit of chamomile.
I've been drugged.
So during that time, you guys are at the bar or tavern.
All right, so
I
that
miss
was
Hannah.
interesting.
I miss
Yes,
her.
interesting's the word for it.
What about what's her face? The one you were with last night.
Hannah was better. And she's like sighing and staring off into.
The one that
I'm hungry.
Food solves it all, right?
Yep. Bartender.
Yeah. I'm
I
almost
need-
done with my shift.
Oh, can I get
What do you want?
some more food?
Yeah, it's almost lunchtime. What do you want, lunch special?
Yes.
Beef.
Done.
Beef and potatoes.
Perfect.
All right.
My kind of place.
All right, lunch is a little bit more expensive than breakfast, so that's 1 silver piece.
Okay.
L-
She flips it to him.
And then you want the L with that too?
Yes.
It's a lager.
Okay.
It's a dwarven lager.
Oh, no, thank you. Do you
It's-
have any more breakfast? That was good.
Nope, gone.
Oh, man. How are
And
you out of it?
The bar is getting pretty packed at the tavern, so.
Bye.
You don't want food?
No, I'm telling you to go get food.
Whoa. All right, bye.
Here's
Get
another
back.
copper piece.
Wait, did anybody else want anything before I leave?
No.
You guys are most difficult table in this place.
Here,
Good.
here. And she gives him a copper piece as a tip. Thank you.
Right. Bye. He go gets, so your food comes back. Anything else during that time?
Okay, we have a chicken update.
Perfect.
Apparently there was a giant crow.
The chickens
can
are going
use
to take over
magic.
the world.
Apparently that's a thing too. Chickens are plotting revolution.
I have a magic crow feather
What?
now.
We have evidence of a giant crow that can use magic.
Intelligence check. So I want to know what it is.
Okay, sure.
Waving
Well,
it
a giant crow.
It'd be either a nature or an intelligence check. You can pick.
I got a 3.
You don't know.
I have no idea.
It looks like a giant scroll feather.
14.
Yeah, you don't know either.
The crow feather is magic, Comir told me, and she's like waving it around. And then I asked it with my amazing spiritual powers to talk to magical things. And it told me that the chickens are planning a revolution. We should all be wary of chickens.
Oh yeah, definitely, totally. We
Yes.
should definitely
Battle
look out
chickens.
for chickens.
I know, that's why the crow ate them all. Because they were plotting to kill everyone. What a
And you-
smart crow. And she's nodding.
Anyways.
Asner. Hey, this is me.
Hi.
Hey, sorry. Took us a little longer.
Perfect. Hi.
Yep. Hey, unfortunately the king and queen have to step out, but I was able to take a picture or draw a picture of the medallion. Does that help?
Does that help, DM?
What is this for? To locate object?
Yeah. I have to see the item.
Yeah, it should. I'll allow it.
All right, perfect.
Where are you guys at?
Tavern.
I have a messenger running it to you guys. It's... What tavern? There's 3. 2. Was 3.
Name them.
I have this because... Hold on. It's my Chicken Quest. It's on my Chicken Quest page. Baldur's Deer Inn Tavern.
Alright. He'll be there in about 15 minutes.
All right, perfect.
So this is all in your head.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, perfect. We actually, I asked my cards, and my cards were that going to the lower district should help, and with this medallion that I'm now being brought, that should really help. Should definitely narrow down the search. Has anybody seen Rashik? I just
seen him
realized
for
he
a
was
while.
missing.
Why do you care? You don't like him.
I don't like him, but he's always good as a bait. He's actually, I mean, don't let him hear that I told you this, but he knows a thing or two about different things. He might know what the fuck the feather is. These chickens are very important because, like I said, if I come here tomorrow and there are no fucking eggs, he says it very loud.
Why don't we just?
I'm gonna be very
Told
upset.
you, the chickens are gone. They're starting
Let's just
a
go
revolution.
to a different tavern
They started
tomorrow.
a coup.
Here's your. That was pretty funny. I like that. Here's your food. Puts it down.
It's the highest form of humor.
Thank you.
Eh.
Enjoy the rest of your
So
day.
if that's it for y'all, I'm out. Yeah.
Toodles.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna throw the gold piece that Betty gave me. I'm gonna throw it at him, and I'm gonna look at him, throw it at him, and then I'm gonna be back to my conversation. With
You're a good man. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
I really do. Thank you.
Yep.
Work hard
Better
here.
better have eggs tomorrow.
Better. I don't know where the chickens are. You know where the chickens are?
I'm working on it.
Well, once you have the chicken, free eggs. I'll put that in for the
Perfect.
1 day free eggs.
No. You said free eggs.
1 day.
I got the chickens back. Free eggs.
We'll discuss it when it happens.
Free eggs.
Anyways.
Holmir, Robin was here.
I heard that.
Yeah, she was looking for you, and then I spoke highly of you,
Oh.
and then I spoke,
Thank you.
and then I spoke
Now-
very down upon on Asner.
Why would you? I mean, I don't know if I can. I'm not happy about that, but I'm also not sad. They're definitely not my type. But why would you speak up, Homer? Did you make that clear? I felt like you made that clear that you were not interested in her.
It's very unclear at this time.
It's always nice to have.
Well, I mean, keep the door open, I
yeah,
guess.
Always had the door open. It's pretty nice. Wish I had that. Moving on.
Anyway,
So you guys have your talk, and it's getting close to lunch. During the whole before all that happens and stuff, he that unfortunately that's all I know. What I can say is once you're done, whatever you're doing here, head to Traveler's Rest Inn. Maybe there's more information there. Or if you're feeling brave, I wouldn't travel there alone, but Los Ojos, they're very ancient. They guard from what comes from underneath the earth.
Wait, like the Underdark? In Drow?
Where I don't know if it's 100% true, but stuff of that comes from under the earth. Yeah.
Okay.
Drow come from the Underdark, which is another dimension, and he goes and he uses really big words. It's it's basically a different dimension because the Underdark is vast. It's the size of a planet.
All right, you said travel to. What's the first place before you?
Traveler's Rest.
Travel's Rest.
Traveler's Rest.
Traveler's
Sorry, I'm very old and my words come together very odd.
And where's that located?
That is north of here. Just where are you from?
Veda.
Veda. So that's roughly about 15 miles west of Veda, tucked into the forest range there. Very sought after inn because it's a halfway point between Lake Lynn and Los Ojos area.
And then you said if I'm feeling up to it, go to travel to Los Ojos for more information.
Yeah, maybe they can help you out with what you're trying to find.
Who?
Well, I don't just ask. Their gates
So
are,
I just go walk up and be like, hey, I'm looking for Dragon Rider information.
or you're looking to find out more about your drows. They might know.
What about Okay, all right. I'll talk about it with my fellow Dragon Riders. They're not.
How many is there? How many is there of you?
Well, there's right now. There's 5. There's one real Dragon Rider, and you're looking right at him. The other 4.
What my great grandfather told us, or told my dad that passed down, was it's a responsibility. It's a burden, but it's used in the right hands. It's great power, and great responsibility, and you're able to keep people safe,
What do you?
but easily corrupted. I'm sorry, please don't interrupt. I'm a very old man.
I'm sorry.
I know. So
Any information is helpful when it comes to the Dragon Riders. Like, we really don't.
if you
know.
could find that if you can find Martin Broadcloak or where his last scene was, then that could help. Honestly, if he's lived that long, I do know that being tied to a dragon brings along longevity.
Sweet.
So
Talk about how you get your dragon.
No, that's secret.
Okay, cool.
I wish we had the book. And he's when he brings up the codex, his face goes flush, and yeah, if we're done, I have to investigate.
No, I got a couple other questions. What do you know about Mount Celestia and the deities?
Well, Mount Celestia or Celestial is basically the opposite of the 9 hells. There's 9 levels of the heavens.
Is there like a complete opposite?
It is the exact opposite. Yeah.
There's like the
light and dark
and whatnot.
Yeah.
And do you know the names of those?
I do not. Sorry.
Okay, well.
I just know something about how the angels work with the dragon riders to keep the balance.
Do you have any? I need a book on magic. I just want to know of magic. Not spells related.
The shop down in the dock ward, he might have something there.
I'm not looking for spells.
Oh.
I'm just looking for information on magic.
Like, gotta be a little specific because half my library is about magic.
Different types of magic. I'm just looking for a broad overview.
Sure. Go back to the
what's evocation do?
Right.
What's transmutation?
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Rashik, we could do that. Go back to the table, and your company was very pleasant, and it was nice to tell the story of an ancient order. If you're Mark, can I see it?
Where's it at again? Yeah. As of right now, it's not in a flattering spot. I'm in the process of trying to move it.
Recover it.
Maybe put it on my arm or something like that. The cosmos, the deities at large, they really fucked and put it in the wrong spot. It's like...
Well, Rashik, if you could do one thing, be true to yourself and your friends. Things happen for a reason, and sometimes it's out of your control.
It's life. Life's out of control.
It is. You can't control every moment.
You don't control what I can do.
Correct. And sometimes it might not seem enough, but it can go very far. Go sit back at your table, and I will get you a book on the schools of magic, because what it sounds like you want to know.
Yeah, basically.
Come. Speed it up. You get the school of magic. You get a dabble in all of the schools of magic. We're not going to run through it,
right.
But you get it, and you start to get famished. Your rations are not enough. Just dry meats and some nuts and stuff.
Okay, well, I guess I need to go eat now because I've been here all day. What time is it?
So as you guys are getting ready, as the group at Boulder's Deer Inn, as you guys are getting ready to leave, it's pushing 12 o'clock, high noon.
I want to go find what's his name? The guy I was just talking to.
Oh, sorry, I have that.
Yeah, it starts with a Z. Yeah.
It starts with an X.
Yeah.
Like Xanars.
Xanars. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Xanars. If I find your book, because I really do think you need to keep an eye out for that symbol I was telling you about. I think they're the ones who took it because they're somehow connected to everything.
Okay. I appreciate it. Yes.
But if I bring it back, will I be able to take some of these books home to read? What about? Hold on.
He's shaking his head. He's like,
I was a big one. I know. What if I was to be able to take notes? Would you let me take notes if I brought it back?
We'll discuss it.
Okay.
If you do take notes, it's with a parchment that I give you.
Perfect.
It disappears after you take the notes.
I bring that up. That's not gonna happen.
No,
right?
it's basically I can track where you are with this because the information if you take out of here is very sacred.
Totally understand.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
So you head out.
Yeah. I look for a meat vendor or something.
Okay, so you head down to the center district, the center square area around the Tree of Heavens. Give me a perception check as you four are starting to walk out of the Boulder's Deer Inn. Zach, Rashik, give me a perception check so you can see it.
It's a 19.
19 total. You do see very large ears above the crowd. He seems to be the tallest figure. see him across the way. People are around the tree, like they're praying to the tree of heavens. People are setting up streamers, getting ready for the summer's festival. There's as you walk closer to the tree, in the water itself, you see little fishes swimming. Clear. It's almost inviting, but guards are standing around, and every time someone tries to even touch the water, they stop them. No vandalism, whatever happens here. It is very busy around the tree. There is shops and little carts set up. You get the scent of looks like basically kebabs, and you see your group walking in that general direction. So,
all right, I want to stealthily trail them.
It's not hard to do in a massive crowd. It's very busy here. You stealthily trail them. And
oh, you know what? I'll disguise self. I'll do a cast disguise self on myself, making myself look like a. I want to go.
Can't go a size bigger than yourself.
Yeah, you would be a short Goliath.
I'm a miniature Goliath.
All right, the deformity. Sure.
An outcast of my kind.
So your hair falls away in a sense, right? And your horns disappear, and you go bald.
Oh, hold on! I totally forgot about the horn. Okay, never mind. Let's do Minotaur. We're gonna do Minotaur.
A very short Minotaur.
Very short Minotaur. So instead of my horns, they're gonna.
They jut out and they go a little bit bigger. Your skin color changes from a grayish blue to a very tannish brown. Black hair. Your tail even changes a little bit, and you look like a very short Minotaur. You do this in the shadows, I take it. You don't do it out in public as you're getting closer because people would notice. There's hundreds and hundreds of eyes. So you start walking through the crowd following your group. What are you guys doing?
Going to the lower district. Once I get them.
Oh, so as you step out, the very young centaur clops up. Here, this is Asner. Asner? Yeah, here, this is for you. And you unfold the page, and it's detailed. It's almost 3D detailed of the symbol that you were looking for. And he holds out his hand.
High five.
I'll hand him a copper piece.
Thank you. And he takes off.
Excuse me, who's there? My name is
Is your character doing all the uhs?
No,
Zach doing all the uhs?
Zach's doing all the uhs. My name is Greta.
What?
Greta.
Well, hello.
Hi. I was sent here by Rashik, and he told me to come find you to let you know where he was at. He said that he had important information.
Tell him we're looking for the prince, so that way we can get this monkey off our back. As far as this,
he said he's got a lead on what is for the writers. I don't know what that is. Don't know what it means.
Go ahead and give me a deception.
My bread and butter. 821.
well, tell Rashik we're coming. We're going down to the lower district, so you should meet us up there. We also have a big issue because there's chickens missing, and I don't have my fucking eggs in the morning.
I heard about that. I heard at their places our chickens are missing too.
Yeah, this place's chickens are missing, and the eggs are missing, which is more important about this entire situation. And I need my fucking eggs in the morning.
Right. No, I totally understand, sir.
And we got a lead on that, so we're gonna have to.
Well, he told me that you guys would offer up a cup of tea. He told me not to take anything less than a silver piece.
Well, Rashik lied to you. I apologize that he deceived you. He's a very deceitful person.
Have a nice day, man.
I have a family. I have little ones at home. I need to take care of them. This is my work.
Oh, it must be nice to have a family.
Everyone that's standing around, go and give me an intelligence check to see. It's just as obviously Minotaurs are taller, but this is a very short one.
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
I think it's totally fine that he's short.
8, yeah, you're taller than him, so
15.
15. Yeah, you know that Minotaurs should be roughly about like 8 feet tall, give or take.
Are you making fun of my? What are you looking at? You making fun of my height?
Look up.
Look,
I need some type of compensation. I'm not going
you
back
will need
to
to
Rashik.
talk to Rashik.
Rashik is too
He's
far
the
away.
one who
I have
paid you.
another appointment I need to go to after these. I just need some type of compensation, please. I got little ones. I got a newborn baby at home.
Give her a
What's the
copper
baby's
piece.
name?
Winter.
Deception again to see if you can keep it all straight.
I rolled a 17 plus 8. That's a 25.
Yeah.
That's a really nice name. It's really pretty. Must be nice.
I'll give him a copper piece, but I'm gonna like judge every minute of it. Like
Do you not see the?
Judge it how?
Like
do you-
I'm just like doing it very like.
Okay, so give me a perception check, right, Asner.
Are you trying to see if he gives
My
any
dice fucking betraying me today. Not with that one. That's a 24.
Whoa.
It shimmers a little bit. You're not 100% sure. Maybe the sun glare off the skin, sweating. It's warm out. It's getting warmer. So you're not 100% sure, but it shimmers a little
I'll
bit.
take that. Thank you so much. You have a great day, sir. I will be right back.
You said it. And with that, and with that, we'll pick it up there next week. Thank you, everybody, for listening to our podcast and supporting us on our Patreon. Check us out through our Twitter. There will always be a link there, or Facebook. There's a link. It takes you right in there. Anything helps us, improves the sound. It's amazing what you guys have done so far.
Thank you.
We
Yes.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you, and we will see you guys next week to see if Rashik gets away. As he says, I'll be right back. Dun, dun, dun. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
You've tried this once before.
I don't think so.
To get away? Yeah.